Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the West Lawn of the National Building Museum. I'm Eileen Fuchs, the President and Executive Director. Such a beautiful morning here on our lawn to celebrate the Raise the Roof ceremony for 605th. This development project is about history, it's about community, it's about infrastructure, and it's about urban transformation. All of these elements are central to the storytelling and impact of the museum, and I'm personally excited about this project quite literally in our backyard here. The museum brings cultural and community resources to residents across the district. We activate our incredible building and outdoor spaces to benefit residents and attract visitors in alignment with the mayor's powerful plan for downtown revitalization. I hope you'll take some time this morning to look at these transformed DC murals on display here. In May, more than 270 DC public high school students worked collaboratively to create these murals. They examined the past, present, and future of their school buildings and their role in the surrounding communities. Also in May, we opened Brick City, featuring 40 famous buildings from around the world constructed entirely out of Lego bricks. The exhibit has attracted thousands of visitors, and we expect thousands more this summer when our summer block party installation, Look Here, opens to the public on July 1st. 605th provides another anchor to our area, and I look forward to the opportunities we have to work collaboratively to build a strong, economically viable, and healthy city for more residents to enjoy. And now it is my great pleasure and honor to introduce Hillary Goldfarb, Senior Managing Director for Rockefeller Group. Hillary.
Wow. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I am Hillary Goldfarb with Rockefeller, and it is a privilege to welcome you to the construction start of 605th. As co-developer with our partners at Stonebridge, we are here today to announce the closing of a 99-year ground lease with Metro and our anchor tenant lease with Kroll and Mooring. Kroll's commitment to anchor our redevelopment marks the largest new private sector lease in the district since 2019. Hot dog. We are also here today to introduce our capital partners, Taisei USA and Mitsubishi Estate New York. Both Taisei and Many share our vision for 605th and our confidence in the city. Said simply, this is a momentous day for a monumental project. Today, we celebrate our commitment to and our investment in our city. We recognize the strength and fortitude of great partners, and we acknowledge the collaboration and creativity of a truly remarkable design team. 151 people, that's right, 151 people across 29 organizations comprise our project team, your project team. Each and every one of you here today has worked tirelessly to realize a shared vision for 605th. It is this dedication, this alignment, that I believe deserves special recognition. Overall, when you look around this morning and we acknowledge the work of so many, I think you start to get a sense of just why we are so confident in the future of this building, of the neighborhood, and the district. Together, we are building the future of Trophy Office in the heart of downtown, because together, we firmly believe in the added value of exceptional design. This conviction is the key to our success. And I should add that my partner Doug's ability to see around corners doesn't hurt either. So thank you. So on behalf of Rockefeller Group and Stonebridge, we thank you. A commitment to excellence defines 605th and every person responsible for today's milestone. So without further ado, it is my great honor to introduce our next speaker, the Mayor of DC, Mayor Muriel Bowser. Mayor Bowser is deeply committed to downtown DC and its redevelopment, and we thank her and her administration for their leadership. Thank you, Mayor.
Well, good morning, everyone. And Hillary, I want to thank you for those kind remarks and congratulate you on this momentous occasion. It is certainly wonderful to be here with all of you on this milestone and the start of the project. I am particularly excited because we're in the downtown talking about the revitalization of the downtown and talking about how we will all work together for the future of our town. I am always happy to recognize the importance of Metro, not only to Washington, D.C. and to our downtown, but to the economic vitality of our entire region. We recognize the significance of this building behind us. I've spent many an hour in there at a meeting or two, and we appreciate the old building for what it has done for the system. But we also recognized, and the board rightly recognized some time ago, that we could put it to a higher and better use. We're thrilled that Metro has opened a beautiful headquarters in LaFont Plaza, and we will be equally excited to welcome Crowell and Mooring to this site. Give them a big round of applause. We know, and it's clear from Crowell's decision to come here, that in-person work and collaboration is the heart of why people come to Washington, to be collaborative, to work on the big issues, not only of the United States, but of the world. We know that's also why young people decide to work here, because they want to be a part of that vitality, and they always want to be a part of a good comeback. And that's what we're focused on. I've had the privilege of being mayor of my hometown, which is the best job you can ever imagine if you're somebody like me, who loves the intersection of policy and politics and opportunity. And that's what I get to do every day as mayor. Our focus for the downtown will continue to be our DC action plan in the downtown bid and Golden Triangle, working together with you, experts in building and development and housing and retail, to make sure that the vibrancy that we've enjoyed in our city returns in full force. And we know that Metro will play a key part in that. I like to say this because sometimes, we can be a little spoiled in our city. I'll say this, Randy, because you can't. But people come to D.C. all the time and comment on how beautiful our system is, how clean it is, how bright it is, how friendly the staff are. And they think that Metro is the crown jewel in a system of transit properties all across our country. And I believe that too. But I also know that our system will require investment. We know that our riders want frequency, reliability, affordability. Am I getting this right? This is what Metro riders tell me. They want to be able to go across all 8 wards, to a concert, to a game, and to the airport. And we can do it on our system. So I'm proud that Metro is a part of this solution, and I'm looking forward to working with all of you, working with your council member for Ward 2, who I know is equally focused on making sure we have a policy environment in this city that supports economic development and public safety. So thanks again for having me.
So our next speaker similarly needs no introduction. It is the General Manager and CEO of Metro, Randy Clark. We have worked arm in arm. We have seen eye to eye. We have labored heart to heart with Metro over many years to achieve today's milestone. And we are grateful for the entrepreneurial spirit of the entire team at Metro, especially Liz Price and Steve Teitelbaum here today. And Randy, we thank you for your personal commitment to innovation. Please welcome Randy Clark to the stage.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Oh, I like it. The breeze kicked up just as I got on stage. Makes it feel better. And Mayor, I'll say all that stuff. So rule number one, you don't follow the mayor when you have to give remarks, because as usual, just crushed it and talked about all the good stuff that's happening. DC's comeback is the same as Metro's comeback, and it's happening. This building is a great example of that. And on the Metro side, we had our largest rail ridership since the pandemic last week, our largest bus ridership, our largest Saturday. We moved like 350,000, I think, give or take, people on Saturday. We are coming back strong. Service is coming back. We're running safe, frequent, reliable service. I'm feeling really good at where we're going with Metro. And we're really looking forward to when this building is done, and there's going to be hundreds of people walking over to Gallery and taking our great Metro system there, right? So we get rid of all that parking, just have subway service. No, that's probably a little too much, but we'll work on it. So, but anyway, joy to be here with you today. It's funny, this building, I said to the mayor, if those walls could talk about some of the stories that probably happened in there, consequential decisions for the city and for this region in that Metro building. And I think there's only been 2 general managers that haven't had the privilege of working in there, and that's Jackson Graham and me. So everyone else has actually put time in there. And I took a picture of this building. I sent it to Dick White, who's a former GM this morning. And Dick said, I'm at home retired, no more tears. So, but anyway, I want to congratulate Hillary and Doug specifically. Kudos to our partners at Rockford and Stonebridge. A lot of, like you say, Hillary, days and weeks and months of just working this and making sure it really came to fruition. I remember when I first got here talking about the market and where things would be. So just really appreciate your partnership and working with Metro. Really kudos to Crowell Mooring for being this anchor tenant. It's a really big deal, your commitment to not only this building to make this deal happen, but I think, as the mayor said, commitment to the district and to downtown and facilitating this. I'm a big believer that people are always going to be close together. This work remote thing, I think there's a little bit of that, but I'm a big believer that you cannot have innovation and collaboration and move things forward without humans being together. So you're symbolically doing that with this building. On the staff side, I do want to take a quick moment. I guess this all started off with Nina Albert, who is unfortunately with us today. She's running the GSA. Maybe she's dealing the FBI search today. That's kind of keeping her busy. But Nina was part of getting this whole thing going probably about 5 years ago, give or take. And it took a lot of vision with her, the former general manager, board members, as the mayor mentioned. So, to make this happen, to have our new headquarters, and we're also saving a lot of money. But Steve, I know you worked just so many weeks and months on this, and so I think we should all give it up for Steve. Steve's retiring in 2 weeks, and this is his retirement swan song. He gets to go out with this beautiful. He'll be over there with the jackhammer all afternoon if they'll let him do it. Liz, for your amazing leadership, you've just been great on the real estate portfolio. We have so many more development deals to do here with developers and working with our local jurisdictions. I think this is the 3rd thing that I've done with the mayor since I've been here on groundbreakings or ribbon cuttings just on development. We're doing them in Montgomery County and Prince George's and Virginia. We want to work with partners and move the region forward. Rodrigo, Andy Off, our development, our plant and facilities team. We would not be here today without Herculean efforts by this team. I cannot overemphasize. In the basement of this building was the entire data center and train control system for Metro. And we have taken that away, so you cannot play with that. But that took an enormous amount of effort. So just kudos and thank you for the team for all that work. So Metro is very happy to see today happen. Thanks for everyone to have a vision. Vision matters in the end of the day. Make a plan, keep working the plan, and just kudos to our partners, and thank you for all you're doing to make the district and the whole region better. So thank you very much.
Our next speaker is our friend and council member, Brooke Pinto. Councilmember Pinto serves the residents and businesses of Ward 2 with ferocity. Since her tenure, strengthening our local economy has been a cornerstone for her, and we are grateful. Councilmember Pinto?
Well,
Good morning, and thank you so much, Hillary, and to all of our wonderful speakers here to celebrate this momentous occasion today. This is a really big deal, and not just because of the development that it will inspire or the bodies that will be here with our wonderful Crowell and Mooring attorneys, but for the example that it sets for people in the private sector and public sector, for employers who are still trepidatious about making long-term plans given the uncertainty of the last several years. And looking at this building as a leader and saying, wait, I don't want to be behind the bell curve now, that you all are doing it is a really big deal and is going to set in place, I think, a lot of positive activity for downtown and for DC that we all really want to see. I think that as we focus on our downtown recovery, and I'm so grateful for Mayor Bowser's partnership in seeing the big picture here, that a strong DC relies on a strong and vibrant downtown. We have a number of very exciting measures in the budget that we're taking our final vote on in about 10 minutes to pass, to make sure that the government is incentivizing conversions of vacant office spaces to other more productive uses like housing, like retail, restaurants, recreation space, providing more grants for brick and mortar retail to locate downtown, and a new pilot program that I started for commercial safe corridors, because I think what has become abundantly clear is economic development relies on a safe DC, and safety relies on economic development. And so these things are really tied and married together, and we're going to keep working every day to make positive improvements in both of those spaces. And thank you so much to Randy Clark and your leadership of WMATA. We need our metro system to be and continue to be the best in the region, the best in the country, and I know that we will have even more riders with even more safety that is to come. And lastly, I just want to say, I believe in this city. I believe in the people and the businesses of this city, and I think this is a really exciting example of public and private sectors coming together. We need to see more of this collaboration and more of this recognition that we need one another to truly succeed, and recognizing the values and skill sets that each sector can bring will keep our downtown and keep our city moving forward. So congratulations, thanks for having me, and more to come.
I'd now like to welcome to the stage Ambassador Sukata, Deputy Chief of Mission from the Embassy of Japan. We thank the Embassy of Japan for their work strengthening ties and engaging with our project and our investors. Ambassador?
Very good morning. First of all, I guess the reason why I'm invited here to say a few words is to jointly celebrate this great event from a U.S.-Japan bilateral cooperation perspective. And I really thank this opportunity for giving me to speak. I would like to humbly add my voice to the previous speakers in congratulating Rockefeller Group, Stonebridge, the Washington Metropolitan Area Transit Authority, Mitsubishi Estate, and Taisei Corporation. And of course, we are all grateful for and privileged to have the presence of Mayor Bowser to grace this auspicious event. It's such an exciting moment in history when we are about to embark on the redesign and modernization of the old Metro headquarters to transform an important section of the city which will contribute to the long-term development of the local community and turn this area into a new landmark in Washington, D.C. Our job in the embassy is to work with our U.S. counterparts to remove obstacles to business and shoot any trouble when they occur. But thanks to the excellent bilateral economic relationship that we enjoy for the past decades, many of our officers in the economic section actually are on the verge of losing our job. But seriously, we're glad and proud to know that the American market continues to to attract huge number of Japanese companies and investors, and that Japan has been the largest investor in the United States for 3 consecutive years. Contributing to the U.S. economy at all levels. And vice versa, our companies, Japanese companies and investors, have been benefiting through doing business in America. Infrastructure has been a priority for the Biden administration, and we welcome this, because we believe there's ample potential for Japanese companies to contribute, especially in the area of urban development. And this is where the rubber meets the road, if I can borrow the American expression. Today we are celebrating this groundbreaking collaboration between leading developers and construction companies of Japan and US, and literally we'll be breaking the ground in a few moments. So once again, congratulations and Godspeed to all participants in this journey. Thank you.
So the man you've all been waiting for, Phil Inglima from Kroll & Mooring, without whom today would not be possible. I welcome you. I want to thank Phil and the broader management team at Kroll for their approach to this project, which has been rooted in trust since the get-go. Phil, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much. And on behalf of Kroll & Mooring, I want to begin by thanking Mayor Bowser, Councilmember Pinto for being here with us, Mr. Ambassador. It's a great pleasure to share this moment with all of you. We share the view that this is an important day for DC. It's an important day for Kroll & Mooring. And we thank those who helped bring it to pass. First, I want to thank our new partners at Stonebridge and Rockefeller Group, who have been fantastic to work with. We're very excited about this. I want to thank our friends at Jones Lang LaSalle, who brought us to this opportunity. Elizabeth Cooper, Tom Dowdy, and your team, fantastic. I want to thank everybody from the design team, including our interior architects from HYL, Catherine Heath and Whitney Loke. We're excited about the opportunity to reimagine space, to reimagine the workplace, and to do it in the context of all that's changed in the last 3 years. And we want to do that in Washington, D.C. For those who don't know us, we're 44 years old, and we have forever been our largest office here in Washington. We came from being a firm with 1 office, only here, to now having 13 offices on 4 continents. And throughout that time, what's been important to us is place. And that is a place to work with our clients, a place for our people to gather, a place for us to grow and enjoy each other's company while we continue to improve the services that we can provide our clients. And so our identity has been very proudly tied to the District of Columbia, and that has been true throughout. And we know that this is not just the nation's capital, it's in many ways the heart of the United States. And that means we have to tend to it. That's why redevelopment matters. That's why we're proud to be in the center of this city going forward and intending to be here for the long term. You also, if you know anything about us, know that collaboration is our byword. It's what we pride ourselves on. It's what we require and expect of each other. And it means that we need to be together. We need to exercise the muscles, the habits, the traditions that come from being together. It means that we need to understand the benefits of how we can work today without losing all the essence and critical mass that comes from being in one place as often as possible with each other, with our clients. We also are thrilled to be so close to the courts, to the federal agencies, and to all the entertainment and arts that are close by in this location. So we had a lot of choices available to us, as you might imagine. Many of you know that better than me. But we were choosing redevelopment in the district. We were choosing to be in the center of the city. We were choosing to have vibrancy, access, light, all the things that this building will bring. And we're choosing to invest in this city. And I will quote from one of the wiser people I've encountered lately. My daughter graduated yesterday from Washington Latin Public Charter School in Northwest Washington. Yes. And I've been a district resident for 44 years. My daughter, one of her classmates, was the class speaker. And her central message was, that although it can be challenging, it can be scary going out into the world, we have strength in community. There is strength and power in community. Well, that's just as true in the business world as it is for high school kids entering the business world. And so for all of us to celebrate that, here in Washington, we're investing in a city because the city is the heartbeat of the country. Our culture comes together here. We grow and learn and help serve each other here. So thank you all for joining us, and I want to encourage the rest of the business community to double down on the district, because this is where it's at. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Doug Furstenberg, a partner with Stonebridge, and those who know me, I'm going to try to be brief. It's not my strength, but I want to reiterate all the names on this board. This is very big. This is very complicated. I've been doing this for 4 decades. We are in a period that's as hard as I've ever seen. So pulling off today is no small feat. Our partners from Japan, Taisei, and many, your belief in what we're doing is tremendous for us. We're not here today without Phil and Kroll. I mean, there's no conversation, but what he talked about is what the mayor's vision is. Bringing people to the district, revitalizing the district. Brooke's going to get back on the budget and get something approved today that's going to help do that. And we need to support Metro. And I think the Rockefeller and Stonebridge investment today is what we're about. We're trying to make the city great again. Sorry for the analogy, I apologize. But this is a great city. It will always be a great city. But we need to invest in it. We need to be smart about how we do that. So I'm thrilled to be part of this. And what I want to finish with is why Hillary thanked the 151, was it? 151 people, and all of them were important. What I really want to do is take a moment to thank the Rockbridge team, which we fondly call ourselves. It's a very small group of people at our 2 organizations. Dan Moore, we appreciate your leadership and the way your people work with us. Hillary calls us family, and we are a family. And so I want to thank everybody on our Rockbridge team who worked so hard to get us to today. And unfortunately, folks, the hard work is still ahead of us. But I want to thank you for it. I want to thank everybody for coming today. Now we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to take the speakers first. We're going to put on some hard hats. And we're going to take some sledgehammers to help get this building down. And then we're going to welcome each group to come take a whack with a sledgehammer. So that way you will remember today. Finally, we don't do shovels. This is a demolition project. So we're going to take a sledgehammer to the walls. Thank everybody for your time. Thank all the speakers for making their time to come today.